कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. You guys may not know this, but a gentleman called Chief Minister or just Chief Boss or Head of something in Karnataka called Mr. Mumbai has said that in 5 years, and this is, I believe him, Bengaluru will be the number one economic capital of India, the number one city, financial city, the mover and shaker city, progressive city, dare I say, Vikas city of India. And Mumbai is knocked out. And I totally accept that is going to be correct. I mean, they're better at IT. The Wi-Fi doesn't drop as much there to begin with. Look at them. They control everything. They got agriculture. They got business growing. They got startups. They got new businesses. They got freshness about them. I'm all for Bengaluru. What do we have? Let's look at what we have. We have metro work, which is still not going to be complete in the next year, even though it was 21 was the year given to us. We have road repair work, which is going to go on forever. We've got unbelievable VIP menace that's going on. We have Nakabandis, which make no sense and cause everybody just stand there wondering why you're not in Bengaluru instead. And let me also tell you that as far as cricket goes, we have the captains. Because Hardik is now domiciled here and Rohit Sharma is very much a Mumbaiker. But they have the bosses. Because Rahul Dravid is domiciled there, who runs the show actually. And Lakshman, although he's born in Hyderabad, works at the NCA now as the director. So he's a Bengaluru by domicile as well. And above all of them is Roger Michael Humphrey Binney, the boss of all bosses, the bop of all bops. So it's all Bengaluru. Bengaluru rocks! Mumbai, hai koi jawab? Let's go to the Mumbaiker himself. Amit Doshi, welcome to the show. Lots of comments about you, but I had to do a 5-minute monologue so that I get a word in. Otherwise, you guys just dominate. And Shreyas. Shreyas, straight from the All Blacks team, New Zealand.
Hi,
his favorite rugby team.
I'm just wearing this because I want to go to the gym, but I don't. But just in case I get inspired, I'm ready.
Let me quote Hamlet to you. Are you thinking of Hamlet here? Of the famous monologue, Hamlet's uncle, who says the apparel oft proclaims the man.
Correct.
So, you wear it and then you become it, sort of.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the calling.
The clothes makes the man. The clothes make the man.
Yeah, exactly. The apparel oft proclaims the man. Literally, that you wear what you want to be, or rather, what you wear becomes you.
Yeah, no, I get that. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah. So that's why Baba Ramdev, for example, he's got this outfit which is difficult to explain, but it seems to be rocking. So I think all Indians should dress like that. One langot. And off we go. Imagine the money we'd save. Of course, fashion would die. I could kill a whole business with my attitude, really. Just be a savage Philistine and say, what are all these colors? Ah, langot. Men and women both, as well as the other genders, who I have always time for, says he with a smile.
To come back to your Bangalore.
Yes. No, this is the first part is all true, okay? So Bonmai has gone on and he's... and I don't think it's really just, bombastic wordplay. I don't think it's completely out of place. I do feel...
I don't think Bangalore is close to Delhi or Mumbai in terms of what...
He said 5 years. We're not talking about present situation.
Delhi is going to be the most populated city in the country in the next 10 to 15 years. Bangalore is not... Bangalore's great. I like Bangalore. I like the 3 hours it takes me to get there from the airport every time. That's always fun.
Oh, I touched a chord.
Yeah.
Biker is going mad.
I'm just saying.
Card-carrying member of the Shiv Sena is attacking me here. What's going on, bro?
I'm just saying that,
Which Amit are you? Please stand up. Please stand up.
I'm just saying, Bangalore is nice and all that, but Bangalore infrastructure is way poorer than Bombay infrastructure is.
One sec. I'll say something else which may not make sense, but 10 or 15 years ago, no city would dare put its hand up and say, Mumbai, we'll overtake it in 2 years. I mean, the guy would be drunk. He'd be a drunk CM and you'd be like, please take him for medication and, to a facility which will take care of his mind. But now, it's not that far off.
So, Bangalore suffers from some of the same challenges Bombay does in that sense, right? It is always cities in India, given the way that our structure is derived, right? The state structure and the state government structure. Cities are basically places for non-city politicians to extract value. Mm-hmm. That's basically what happens in all cities, right?
Yeah.
They don't have any political power in the context of the state. And basically, they have all the money. And so, basically, that's what happened to Maharashtra.
Let's go back to taking a side. Let's go back to taking a side.
Sure.
You were taking a side, so let's not just genericify the whole thing. The matter of the fact is, do you think in 5 years, Bengaluru can overtake mighty Mumbai?
No.
The stock market being here, the business heads and families being here.
I see Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore as the three biggest cities in India.
And you don't want the rest of the country.
No,
like, we rock. Amar Akbar पर Anthony, भाग जाओ अभी.
I'm not saying that
You're
at
pulling us down, rest of India.
Always not. I'm not saying that at all, right? But what I am saying
Kunal
is
would
that,
say that if he was on. Yes, a mention of Kunal in the episode.
But I think that the three cities that you have, Bombay, Delhi, and Bangalore, are different cities. They all have their own kinds of this, right?
Yeah.
San Francisco is a huge city, but it's not bigger than New York, which is not bigger than.
I don't know this for a fact, but in America, New York would be the
New York is the biggest.
Commercial
So
capital.
New York is the commercial capital.
Not LA, for sure.
LA is the entertainment capital.
That it
LA
is.
is also the largest port in the country, so it's huge from like a business perspective, like the actual import and
So
export of
who
goods.
makes more money? Bottom line.
No, I mean, like, again, different cities are different, right? Who makes
Donald
more money?
Trump is New York. That's your
Yes,
answer.
he is.
That's your answer.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
But he's the reason they have less money because of all the money he has lost for the city.
He gambles a lot, huh? In his own casinos.
Yeah.
But there are, so I'm just saying that each city has its own kinds of, most cities have their own characteristics.
Right.
No, that they may have.
yeah.
I just look at the bottom line. Who's
Which
going to be
is
more
what?
the progressive city of the? Oh no, progressive is the wrong word. The financial city of the
That's
country.
Bombay. That's not changing
Today
anytime soon.
in 2027.
That's not changing. That's not changing.
There's no chance.
Because where your capital markets are.
I want to hear Shreyas.
No, where your capital markets. Go.
No, finish it.
Where
When he said no chance, he must be having a baggage of data. Go ahead, beta. Just smash me down now.
So
I'm ready to
I
hear.
think Bangalore grows dramatically because Bangalore also was a smaller city and it's getting larger. But at the same
Punching
time,
up.
it is punching up. But I think like Bombay is going to remain the
So why the startups all there? Why are there much more startups
because
in
it
Bangalore than
is
anywhere else? Give
so
me that
one.
reason.
So I'll tell you.
And IT. Why is IT flourishing there more than anywhere else?
So one
Maybe
is
Hyderabad.
so these are I don't want to call them accidents, but this is history, right? No, it's
wow.
and
you
then
become a
and-
right-wing Marathi-loving Maharashtrian
it's
politician.
not. So
You've
even
changed.
San Francisco, as the cradle of Silicon Valley, is a happy accident in some way. Intel got founded over
True.
there. Intel's founders, the people who were part of early Intel, went and basically created Silicon Valley, right?
Right.
But it all comes down
It
to
should
the
have
fact.
been. It could have been anywhere. East
It
or
was a gold rush city.
Yeah.
San Francisco was a city where basically people went to mine gold. It was
or same gender
that's
preferences.
relatively recent. And I mean, like, come on, dude, why do you need to bring that in here? It has nothing to do with this. Huh?
Touchy. Okay, I just love it. People get so upset.
No, but I mean, it's not. It's okay. All right.
I poke the bear.
You're not poking the bear. You're poking yourself here. Right? I mean, honestly, you are. But yeah, San Francisco.
Frisco.
It's a gold mining city which grew bigger, right? I mean, like all these cities have. Chicago became a huge place because it's where the lakes converge and where you could kind of basically get rail lines, which then can be transported easily out.
Okay, I got to segue from you for a second because somebody said, I forgot. Ruben, have you guys been to Hyderabad lately? Okay, good point. So Hyderabad fighting hard as well.
No, Hyderabad is growing rapidly as well.
Yeah.
Like Bangalore, it had.
I have investments in Hyderabad. So
You remember when we were in school, right? I mean, like Mad Rascal Kutta.
What?
How dare you? I
No,
won't make
so
any
it was-
same gender jokes again.
No,
What
it
the hell?
was what was it? So Bombay, Delhi, Mad Rascal Kutta. Bombay, Delhi, Madras, Calcutta. These were your four metros.
Oh, okay, that way.
Yeah.
4, 5. Yeah, okay.
Four, no, you had four at that time. It was very clearly these are the four metros,
Yeah.
right? Then, at least when I was in school in the early 80s, right? That was very much the case. Then when you got to now if you think of what are the biggest cities in India, it's Bombay, Delhi and Bangalore, right? Calcutta and Madras, though are still very large cities and have a lot of things
Father,
going for
Son,
them.
and the Holy Ghost. These are the 3 cities. You have to remember them, whatever happens. But I'm looking at the comments. Hyderabad is a tale of 2 halves, says Shweta. Okay, fair enough, because it's been halved by Telangana and Andhra in that sense also. So they have 2 sets of bureaucrats. Meg Nerd says, Shreyas, please defend the honor of Nagpur. And that is something
Foundational city.
Yes, and the middle point of India, the midpoint.
I know.
It's something to be proud of. And they have 2 tigers.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 on a good day.
It's a dog painted as a tiger. We don't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to say something about
Nagpur?
trends.
Huh.
I think there are fads that come and go. You know, fidget spinners, they were a thing. They came, they went.
Yeah.
I think Bangalore is a similar fad. It's
Wow.
cool for like a week.
These two
People
guys
are like,
not pulling their punches."
Bangalore has good weather. It's for like a week. I want to talk about in northern China what's happening. Did you see a video
The
of
donkeys?
sheeps,
The
of
killing-
sheep
culling
going in a
animals, yeah.
circle?
Yeah.
So
Has been very confusing. It has mystified people. You can look at that to explain why Bangalore is a
metaphor for
trend.
you?
Why Bangalore is a trend. It's just like people following the line. It's just people are like, oh, Bangalore? Are we going to Bangalore? Okay,
So
let's
if
go to
Bangalore
Bangalore.
has sheep, what are Mumbaikars?
Lions, I would say. I think lions who have their own agency
We have
Actually, no. Lion is a
Yes, we
loaded
have,
animal.
Listen, we have doctors in this building, 6th floor, 4th floor. Let me just make some calls. I mean, let's not take this conversation further. Mumbaikars, lions, are you mad? This is the only city where somebody has an accident and nobody gets up.
Because we are lions.
I saw
lions
a guy
don't get up.
on a Sunday morning who was lying on the bridge in the morning and nobody bothered. But not last Sunday. Last Sunday was the Navy marathon which destroyed the city. I'm talking about the Sunday before that.
Right.
And nobody bothered. Nobody bothered. He was just lying there. Haven't you seen drunk people in Mumbai
Yeah.
streets and all? But nobody seems to really
So,
bother.
because again, what are you supposed to do, right? I mean,
I don't think, but in most cities they'll do something. Especially in smaller cities, they tend to be little more, collectively.
Not really, because again,
involved
you
in
don't, you
the
don't
community.
know, right? I mean, I've been you went to Xavier's, right? So in HR when I
Xavier,
was
yeah.
when I was there, so this was 1991, right? I was in HR for 2 years. There was this guy who was clearly mentally ill, right?
This is a student.
Oh no, he wasn't a student. He was like a street guy.
Huh.
He was clearly mentally ill, and it would happen like once or twice a week. He'd come to college, he'd make like a ruckus, he'd shout around, he'd strip himself naked.
Wow.
It was a
And
thing that happened.
So
and-
nice to see how well Kunal has done with the right therapy, and it's so nice of you guys at HR.
No, but there are people like that, right? And so I mean, like if you are in the area,
So what did you do about
Nothing,
it? You're saying every day you see this guy, so nobody.
What are you gonna do?
So what do the faculty say? Let's get this guy
No,
help.
so I mean, like they called the cops a couple of times.
That's
he got
the wrong
arrested,
attitude.
but then he got came
Then the
back.
vagrancy law in
But
India.
what are you
also
supposed to
is
do? I mean,
24 hours.
what is your solution? Please tell me. Please
I'm
inform me
saying,
what
I'm
we
saying
should do.
the faculty should have come and spoken to him and tried to come
And
up
do
with
what?
He needs therapy.
He
needs
is
help,
not a person who is listening to people. He is.
No, so he needs medical help. He needs intervention of sorts. So I don't know what the exact answer is, but some collective thought process
But
should have been.
what? By who?
I am hauling up HR for this by their pants. I'm sorry to say, they should have done better. They just
Why
called-
why not
It's very-
KC?
it's a
Why
very
not?
insensitive thing to call
Why
the-
not the pub?
Yeah, all of them.
Why not anybody else? Why you?
the pub? Amit refers to a bar which is now closed where we in the 90s used
Rasna
to
pub.
hang out.
Yes,
The
yes,
Rasna pub.
Rasna pub.
Oh, many a great night was held there.
It was the first reasonably priced independent
Draft.
bar, which was not a quarter bar in Bombay.
Draft beer for $92.
Yes, no, it
Yeah.
was 40 something. It was 125
No,
for a
the
pitcher.
pitcher.
Yeah, pitcher was
92
100,
bucks. I
92
remember
plus
the
tax,
first time,
125 plus.
Yeah, that was fabulous. That's 5 drinks you get out of that. 5 glasses of beer.
That was beautiful to see. Both of you were arguing, but then you went to a memory and
Yeah,
your shared love for
yeah.
alcohol, and you were just out of it.
This is how India comes together
amazing.
on all big days of our, in our year.
Let's talk about bars and
where alcohol is banned and causes trouble for no reason. Yeah.
I want to put one more fact to your attention.
Is
This
it to do with
Bangalore.
dolphins?
No, it has to do with Bangalore and Mumbai.
Yeah.
Just some numbers I'm reading. For
Wow.
Bombay, it's 260, okay? And for Bangalore, it's 162, the AQI.
What?
Yeah. The air quality index.
Which is higher?
Bombay is 260, 280, and Bangalore is 162.
So Bangalore has better weather.
So what is he trying to say?
Bangalore has better
He's
weather.
shooting himself in the foot.
Oh.
You don't know how it works.
Yeah. Lower air quality and lower AQI is better than higher.
You will never handle a case in the Supreme Court. Can I just...
Can we?
I mean, what if it's a murder
No,
charge
no.
and Mr. Lawyer Shreyas Manohar from Nagpur comes with his file? Yeah, murder is not a bad thing. Yeah.
Can we go back to when
No,
the both of you were
what-
fighting? That
what-
was.
I
would love
gotta
that.
tell you, what I like about this is how pompously you presented it.
No, but I think he made his point despite that, right? Why is Bangalore so hot as a city that people are talking about so much? It has better weather.
Oh, okay. Now, Amit, if you start doing these bad puns and all that, I'll just shoot myself.
Why? What is the-
Let's
I
go
made
back.
no pen.
Let's go back to the
did I
picture.
make a pun?
In
There
your
was no
face,
pun here.
Shreyas, Hemisha, one of the sweetest people on the show. She's never rude. This is the rudest she can ever be. This is like MF kind of language back in the day. Wow. What a horrible start. We have Amit's back after Rishi at least 2 weeks, I would say, maybe 3 almost, huh?
I think it's been longer than that.
Yeah.
Basically, Sparsh does not allow me on anymore.
Yeah. So we had. By the way, he's not here.
That's
the
why I'm
reason
here.
why Amit's there.
That's why I'm here.
Sparsh.
Wow.
No, let's because people must understand the dynamic quality of the show here. Sparsh works on paper for Amit, but for some reason he is now Amit's boss. It's like marriage,
That's what I've heard. That's actually the word on the street in the
so
office
poor Amit
also.
only could come in when this guy has disappeared.
Wow.
Yeah.
How has a 23-year-old taken over this organization?
He's taken over this show.
This show.
He's allowed this show.
How is a 51-year-old taken over the Congress by walking across the country? These things happen.
So it's impressive, but I saw a picture of him today, and man, walking in the sun, it fucks your skin.
So Sparsh doesn't have office to sleep in. He's just walking all day, every day. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's not.
No, we're talking about Rahul Gandhi.
Rahul Gandhi. Okay.
Yeah, but it's okay now. Shreyas, you're on a roll. So what you do is you do a second show which is 5 minutes behind our show. All right, it will be parallel for the first time in any podcast.
Can just like match them.
You had to pick a day when Amit is here. They could have gotten away with anything if we had a third moron on. Yeah.
No, but I was looking at a picture, and Rahul Gandhi, there is a...
You're saying putting in the hard yard.
Putting in the hard yard. So, I mean, it's interesting, right? Now, he actually he always used to look like a little bit of a candy floss. He kind of looks mature now with the full beard, and he's got wrinkles because of the sun and all that.
And his color is more Indian. Is that what you're trying to say? Ooh.
No, so he's still very, very Parsi looking.
Oh, bumping! We've said all the wrong things on this show, right? Take me to your show, Shreyas. That's the safer one. The one where air quality index can be whatever you want it to be.
I don't want to talk
about
it.
Arpit, what is in the Nagpur folks?
What did Meghna
And the
do?
understanding of numbers, Meghna with dollars and Shreyas with AQI. Superb, spot on, really. Bolo, jawab.
I don't know. This was just an activity to get your attention to climate change, which we are not paying enough attention to.
True.
So let's think about it critically, I think.
Yes, we should. You, me and Donald Trump come together, get the answers.
Please.
Oh my God.
Wait, I just want to take Amit through our theory.
Yes.
We were talking about something and Cyrus was saying horrible shit, and after he was saying it, he was laughing and giving me a fist bump, and I couldn't help but fucking fist bump him.
That's a body language. That's a real body language trick where the mood in the room is light and happy, and in the middle of that, you say something which is absolutely politically incorrect.
Right.
Some silly, San Francisco gay remark or whatever, and the other person is not caught it because they're staying in the mood, and then it's too late because they've endorsed it. So we literally did that. We had that moment where he just endorsed it and he realized, what the hell? What are you saying?
Hey, it's this is socialization, right? I mean, this is basically
peer pressure.
You can't.
Little bit.
You don't want to. Saying no is the hardest thing, right?
Absolutely.
Not for my wife.
Well, okay.
That's
Silence.
understandable.
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, why are you telling us this? Let's go back to air quality index.
There's no way to react to it, right?
No, there isn't. Yeah. Okay, in the meantime, I hate these guys on the chat. They're just talking to each other. Nagpurni's math teacher. Yes, Samir. What's going on? What about us? We are the sidetrack now. The complete sidetrack. Nagpur folks, when global temperatures goes up, is it good or bad? Bruce Wayne just picking a bone here.
It's great if you are an AC company or you sell fans. That's all I'll say.
But didn't you just do the climate change and this?
I know, but my
it's a DNA thing, right? If Meghna can't do the dollars and he's as sharp as you can find in anybody, and then obviously you can't blame Shreyas because Shreyas is.
But my flipping of the mind was yes.
People don't know this. Can I just quickly? You're an Ivy Leaguer, no?
Yes, correct.
You're a Columbia
That's
grad.
Correct. That's correct.
So this guy he walks the walk. Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, he talks the talk. He's one of those
That's
rare
fine.
Ivy Leaguers who came back to Mumbai to try his hand at stand-up comedy at what is the studio called? Jeff Goldberg.
No, I'm banned from there now.
Why?
Yeah. Oh no, Jeff Goldberg. I'm there still. Yeah.
Which one
no,
are you banned from?
Durango's.
Durango's. Okay,
Yeah.
Why are you banned? Please tell the story.
The guy who owns it is a bit weird, apparently.
The guy.
His real name is Rajesh or something. And
Okay.
then
So what he does is that if he has a 7 p.m. show, he will list a show for 5:30 p.m., 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8 p.m. And all those shows redirect to the same show.
But he's like you, he's making up stuff.
No, but the effect of that is that there are times when I am on the poster, there are people in the room,
Yeah.
and he doesn't let me perform.
Wow.
And he's like, oh, if you feel this is wrong, I'll just take your face from the poster. And I'm like,
wait,
the show is
basically
done.
he shows different shows. It's not the same show.
It's not the same show.
That's kind of
It could be any show.
sketchy.
It's a lottery.
It's a scam. But the thing is that because of these scams, he gets an audience in. And in the same audience, there are some people who are paying 1 rupee for the ticket. Some people who are paying 100. Some people who have just been picked up from candies. So,
Okay.
I mean, gotta give it to me. He's a
This
hustler.
is catering staff who are now comedians, and the best there is.
You know what he once did? There was a Swiggy guy that came. He told the Swiggy guy, he was like, how much do you make in an hour? I'll just pay you that money. You watch this comedy show. And then he took money from open micers and made money of the show.
So he's
because you pay to perform as
He's
an
an
open
interesting.
micer.
He's an interesting businessman if you look at it that way. He's thinking out of the box. I mean, rightly or wrongly. But can we go back to the chat because it's very interesting that all talking about the fact that somebody wants to know if you and Meghna can come together on camera and explain the Duckworth-Lewis method to us.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
Bruce
that's a
Wayne.
good
Bruce Wayne.
series.
Shreyas, this is all about you now. What was your major in Columbia?
I studied creative writing and English literature.
So he did very well.
The most
he made
Columbia
up
of
everything.
degrees.
Yeah.
No, that's what Columbia is known for, right?
What?
Basically, degrees which you don't get salaries for.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's why you chose it.
Yeah. I mean, I realized way too late.
Amit, you know his background, no?
I know.
He's Richie Rich.
I know.
Who owns half of Nagpur. And restaurants all across the country and in Canada.
No, he's got one in San Francisco and one in Texas. I looked this up, dude.
Wow. San Francisco, Texas as well.
Yeah, not in Bangalore yet and never in Bangalore.
No, you won't. Because you're fighting in one man's battle against
Correct.
this bullying that's going on about this young upstart from Bengaluru. Yeah.
No, but Columbia is like well known as like the super liberal artsy
But
kind of college.
what were you planning to do?
So my plan was to do, I was like, I'm going to be a banker in the day and a writer in the night. I'm going to study econ
So yeah, this is the middle
and
class
creative
burden
writing.
of, yeah, okay, fair enough.
But I think that was a scam I used to tell my parents that, yeah, let me go, I'll study econ.
Hey,
I'll become
Dad,
a
I need
banker.
30,000 US just to, flip this around. From Columbia to IVM says GK, what a journey.
But
Silence again.
Nothing to say to that. It is a journey.
But I honestly think that sometimes like an IIT, an IIM or an Ivy League, sometimes I hate myself as I'm saying is it goes against you because it makes people scared
Expect
to
more.
take risks.
Oh.
Because they just expect that, I'm from here, I'm supposed to do this. That's not my problem.
I think that's when they're trying to get in. The moment they're in and they graduate, then they start doing totally different things. Half the people are nowhere close to engineering
Correct.
or MBAs.
Correct.
At least a successful
So
one.
that's what they say about all these schools, right? The toughest thing is to get in, right?
Yeah,
Once you're in, then it's no
the
like
first thing that
Columbia.
the school teaches you is don't do this stuff.
Oh.
That's
No, but, Columbia is probably no better a school than say something like a good private school somewhere else, which is not an Ivy League, right? I mean, like
Amit's job here is to make you feel bad about your
no,
life.
it's definitely- not-
And I join him in this quest.
this is
You
not
know what?
Columbia. This is
I will say I think it's better, but to your point, I do not want to bring this point up, but Columbia recently lied about how many people are there in their class, so
Yeah.
they sort of inflated their ratings.
also they have.
That also-
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff there. There's
Yeah.
grade
Amit, as
inflation
an
that
America
happens at
expert-
Ivy Leagues. There's a bunch of stuff.
Amit,
that
as
happens.
America expert, please, because Ibn Battuta, dead for 800 years, says Columbia is the second best university in New York. Cornell is still
That's not
first.
true. First of all, Cornell is upstate New York.
Yeah,
It's
and
not in the city.
and I would say that if you're gonna call it second best, you'd call it second best to NYU. Not
no, fucking
India-Pakistan
way.
moment here, folks.
No, fuck.
No, no,
I thought we were the same anti-Bangalore team. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was NYU Columbia.
Infighting, destroying the Congress
NYU
party, as you can
has
see.
Stern School of Business, which I think is better than Columbia Business School.
Yeah,
NYU
but-
Law School is better than Columbia Law.
No, Columbia Law
No?
School is
Okay.
better. Columbia Law is better. NYU
One
also-
all, guys.
Tisch, the
For the
film
win.
school,
For the
film and
win.
art school. Come on, dude, please.
No, I mean,
please,
if
please.
Columbia's music. Music.
Columbia is music.
Yeah,
Is it?
music school is fantastic.
I don't know about that.
I just put it in there to
yeah,
save
yeah.
you. You're drowning here. I don't want you to be bullied. Shreyas, one has to be good enough, even if one is an IIT or this is an angry game Fandango, or IIM or Columbia. Most people getting through ain't up to the mark. You finally upset him. He's been flippant throughout his life, and now you touched a chord and he's angry.
So we have profile Grim. Grim is either from an IIT or an IIM or a similar institution.
Or still wants to go there at age 49. Yeah. Okay, do we have any topics by the way?
We do. So our first topic was the sheep topic.
The sheep.
Yeah.
Have you seen the sheep?
The seep, as we say in Gujarati.
They
yeah.
walk in circles.
Yeah. But
Scary.
I heard they're also culling donkeys there, so I'm getting very scared about what's
Okay.
happening in China.
This-
So what's the sheep story? Let's elaborate.
The sheep story is that sheep follow each other in a path, right? And what happens is sometimes there's no path. Sometimes it's just a circle.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's waiting for Godot. They just go round and round.
Exactly.
and nothing happens.
I think it's a disease.
It's a disease?
In this case.
That's the theory that I subscribe to.
No,
That's
so
what that
it's
told me.
like
But you were
a-
testing us, weren't you, Shreyas? And then Amit, you delivered by
See,
giving
you
the
did
right
the
answer.
reading.
This is what I like about the podcast.
Yeah,
So
it's a
professional.
limping
Smooth.
disease apparently, right?
Limping.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically, sheep's if you're four-legged and walking, and you're limping on one side, you're kind of going like this, and then that turns into a circle.
Oh,
You're
because you're loping to
you're
one
loping
side.
like this, and then
Yeah.
it turns into a
Loping
circle.
is
and
not with the E.
so the
don't get
first
excited.
sheep is limping, and the second sheep is following, and the third
Oh,
sheep is
right,
following,
right.
and then it turns into the circle thing.
Wow.
I have a friend who has a limp. I won't take his name again because I mentioned him 2-3 times already.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's had a hip fracture twice.
I
so-
did when you say I have a friend,
I
we all
will
know
do
you
it.
have only one friend. You have.
Amit's on a roll. And that too mushkil se, huh? I mean, just on the thread is not firm. Grim Fandango says, Shreyas, you see me. And he's laughing. So he's saying you're right. He is from one of the prestigious institutions.
See, I'm working on a crime show, so I'm all about profiling.
yeah.
You give me details, I will deduct.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
Are we allowed to?
I think so. I mean, we don't have a name yet, so it's not even like
unnamed crime show. But then what about the one that we use as a barometer?
That's not it.
I can't see the name.
Yeah, we can just call it the crime show.
Yeah.
I can't call it the criminal.
You can?
Yeah,
But it's not that.
It's not that.
But there's actually an active serial killer out right now. Someone.
What's it, fiction or fact?
Fiction. Sorry, fact.
No, you don't.
I know I've lost my credibility. I've lost my credibility.
How can he say both, Amit? How can he say both?
I mean,
how can you?
I'm sorry. That was just a slip of tongue.
It's like
because
a
I'm
poisonous
used to
snake
saying
in the garden.
fiction.
Is it true or not true? There's a huge difference, bro.
I mean, it is 100% true. You can look it up.
Where?
So, in Uttar Pradesh.
Oh,
I know.
That's a big deal. Yeah, come on, UP, man.
I'm sure there are always serial killers active.
Oh, so many.
Yeah,
What do you mean so many? You've been researching this?
Yeah.
As we speak, there are serial killers everywhere in India.
100%.
101%.
Every month, how many people go
Are they
missing?
from IIT, IIM or Cornell?
Are like tens of thousands of people go missing.
60,000 people go
That doesn't
missing
mean
every
they've been
month.
murdered.
No.
All kinds of reasons.
Some people will run away, but when there are this many people missing, some proportion of
A
them are
lot
dying.
of them are in Qatar doing work as laborers and stuff, and we don't know if they'll. Okay, maybe not. I shouldn't get there.
I mean, no, it's possible. But how many of the 60,000?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So get back to the serial killer that you're talking about, which is active right now in UP.
So the MO is that the killer kills people, puts them in a bag. Also, we are seeing an epidemic of people cutting people into pieces. That's happening everywhere, left, right,
Just
center.
got over that last one.
Yeah.
No, there's one more. There are two more.
Forget that. I just can't face fridges after that. That's just driving me nuts. I'm not going to anybody's house who has a fridge. I'm like, do you have a fridge? No, I'm just not going in.
Thank God you didn't say I can't face my wife now. At least it's the fridge. That's good.
I'm worried. I keep this articles and this stuff away from my wife because she gets ideas. She's far more hostile that way.
Yeah.
And she's good with her hands and not in a sexual way. I mean, it's like in cutting and all that.
How, if in a hypothetical situation she has to kill you, dispose of the body, how does she do it?
I think she'll listen to early Madonna in the background,
Okay.
which is some of her favorites.
Yeah.
As she takes a 4-inch knife and very calmly, methodically, and she's an artist. She's got great skill and aesthetic, ideas, etc. So it'll be perfect form and pattern.
Wow.
There won't be a spot out of place.
Wow.
She could even have an exhibition. These are his fingers, these are his leftovers, the inner part, and yes, he had decent quads. I just hope that goes through. Devash says, good topics to listen to. Hemisha says, we love Aisha. Aisha says, I'm not listening. GK says, Cyrus, all 8 packs cut by Aisha. God, I don't think about that. Guys, now that you brought it up, okay, finish what you're saying, but then we'll go back to Aftab Poonawalla.
So we also met a criminal psychiatrist, someone
Yeah.
who treats criminals in Arthur Road jail and who also treats normal people.
But he treats this level, the
he
murder.
treats people in Andasel also.
So like murder.
Yeah. Like actual
Like not a
hardcore
one-off
crimes.
impulse murder
No,
between
no.
friends, but actual serial killer type
Serial
of-
crimes.
Yeah.
Serial crimes. And he says that we asked him, just give us a rough estimate of how many people you think could be serial killers in India, or how many have the tendencies at least. And he said there are at least 5% people in India who have tendencies.
That's-
You're saying psychopathic people because there's like
So who are vulnerable to psychosis, who have paranoid schizoid personalities, who have substance
so
abuse,
you're saying
who have
potential
trauma.
in 5%, but actual people who will land up doing this will be much less.
Even if it's 1%,
1%
of
is a
that
lot.
5%,
1% of 1.3 billion is how much? 13 million or something.
Yeah.
No?
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
130 million.
No, that's 10%. Tu Gujarati chhe dikha?
13 million.
Tu su
13
bole chhe?
million. 13 million.
What's going on this show? My two pillars.
know, my
my
math.
two pillars have gone. I've got nothing. Shout out to everybody. We need people on the show who are mentally well. Baba,
I
the
wanna-
UP guy, you're not telling us the story.
So
what does he do? He cuts them in.
we actually don't know if it's a guy, but what's happening is dead
Oh,
bodies.
wokeism.
I mean, we don't know. Dead
What are the
bodies.
chances it's a woman?
Like 0.1%, but it's a more interesting story if it is a woman.
Yeah.
Where people are being cut up in suitcases
Huh.
and the suitcase is just found somewhere.
My God, but the murders, is there a way to find out how the death took place? The actual death? Were they strangled and then cut? Like,
There was another case where this happened during COVID where there was domestic violence, bruising, and then someone was inside a suitcase.
So this was the one that you mentioned first. That was an episode of the show called The Closer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where
So he's going?
No, I'm saying that
This guy, the air quality he brings from his ass.
People are inspired by all kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
Your kid might have been inspired by this
Dexter
kind of
should
show.
be banned, I think.
No, that guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know about that guy, right? Who said he's
he
inspired by
used the word
Dexter.
Dexter.
Yeah.
He said the word.
I think he's just a fan, and he
course
just
he's a
wanted
fan.
to like connect himself to the show.
Yeah, but
There's,
I'm not.
but like, do you fault Dexter for it?
I watched a couple of seasons of Dexter back in the day. not
If he was
recently.
a fan of Dexter, he would never have gotten caught.
Correct. That's the code
No,
of Dexter.
the whole thing is Dexter kills. His attempt is to kill people. It's like a vigilante. He's trying to
Yeah.
kill bad people. Am I right?
Yeah.
So he kills
By
serial
mistake,
killers.
once or twice this happens, but there's no question of cold-blooded killing of your.
No, he's a serial killer of serial killers. But the
Yeah,
big
exactly.
thing about Dexter, the reason why it became so popular was he was a very he was a forensics examiner, right?
Yeah,
So he used to commit all of his murders in a way which you couldn't get caught in,
right.
right? So basically, he would get rid of all the evidence at the time of the.
Also, this was the aim of our personnel, Mr. Poonawalla.
Well, he was trying, but I mean, like clearly,
He tried very hard. He
Not
studied all kinds of
really.
things. Well, look,
Dude, Googling's not studying.
but where do you get a tutor?
Huh?
It's not that easy. This is not a subject
no.
where you can-
I'm sorry, but just Googling a few articles about serial killers
not
and
a
shit
few,
like
not
that,
a
which
few.
is
He spent hours and hours. This is as
Hours and hours.
just he spent hours on the internet trying to. Bro, where does he get it from? Okay, this is the world we live in, right? Now, Amit loves tech, for example. I mean, he spends hours and hours, and he's become an expert after some time because you've studied the subject for so long. You, for example, on air quality. I mean, you
Correct.
didn't just turn up here and
yeah,
start talking about.
I read some papers.
Hamisha says the show needs a trigger warning. Sparsh. Serious note. Ouch.
That's true.
Oops.
Sorry.
We're getting criticized by our own people. They always say, you're assassinated by your own people. The great statesman of the
really
world.
because of serial killer discussion.
It was.
But no, that requires a trigger warning.
I don't know. Some people are sensitive.
Okay, yes,
I
sure.
don't know. You and me love the genre. Do you
No,
love?
I
You
mean, like
obviously
Hamisha
love
is
the
saying
genre.
Yeah,
serious,
yeah.
so I mean, like clearly.
When I say
serious,
love
right?
the genre, it shouldn't sound macabre and like
You
evil.
know, can I talk about my favorite serial killer?
Yes,
Have you heard
please.
about Cyanide Malika?
Yes.
Yeah,
We have an
she was
amazing
featured-
show
she
called
was featured-
Misconduct.
Yeah,
Oh.
with the-
On which we did,
Yeah.
it was a one episode or two episodes on her.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting
Oh,
woman.
I'll listen to it.
It's three young girls who do a show. How come you don't watch it, you sexist bastard? What's going on? Really? First, they don't put up female comics?
Yeah,
Two
well,
young girls. two young-
amazing show. Misconduct.
Thanks, Rishi.
Everybody,
the
please
only guy
go
who knows
check
what's
it
happening
out.
in India.
I want to talk about this. Are you guys free for dinner tonight? There's
Yeah,
so
the setup.
You
That's
know
the
this
Shreyas,
guy, right?
This is the Shreyas setup.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's take a break and let's
Sure.
come back.
What? You
Let's-
killed the setup?
Well, no, I'm doing
timing
a
is-
tease. I'm doing a tease.
It's a tease.
I don't know if that works in comedy, huh? You got to do the punch after 5 minutes. Guys, come
Set
back.
up punchline in 5 minutes.
No,
Come,
but
come, come back.
he hasn't said anything yet. What he is going to talk about, those Shreyas,
That's
do you
true.
want
His
to
best punch.
give them a little bit
His
of hint?
best punchlines are when he says the wrong thing. So, leave this. It's okay. We'll take a break and we'll come back.
And we'll go into a break now.
Oh,
right?
sorry. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes. And so please, disclaimer, do not get into serial killing. It's not good. There's
It's
no
not
pension
good.
plan.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
gratuity. There's no house, HRA, nothing.
It requires a lot of dedication,
Yeah, it's
so
too
much
too much
work.
stress for everybody.
It's not good.
honestly. And your world is never the same.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I just want to quickly ask, who do you think amongst our, you can't name the people here, of course, but who do you think amongst our regulars is most likely to be a serial killer?
I think Jaidev Kutti has just come out of nowhere, and it seems the timing and coincidence of this is a little dangerous for me. He's also in Phoenix, Arizona, which has a bad name. Lots of serial killers have originated from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's a little late there right now, right?
it's very late. That's the time when the action starts.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
probably like 1 o'clock or something.
Jaidev, I'm very worried. Are you okay? I just watch it later. They stop the Thursday evening show. Amit, see, some of the people want the Thursday evening show back because they live abroad
Okay.
and the timings don't
What
work.
do you
But
want me to
Sparsh
do?
said no.
Sparsh is the boss.
Said, what is this Sparsh power that we've given this
Huh?
man? We've corrupted this guy. He's like a dictator. I mean, give him a mustache, let him have a German accent, and before you know it,
Your numbers have doubled in the last 3 months, so let him do what he's doing.
it's all fake. They're bots, I tell you. They're bots. Ask Hamisha. She says, you're lucky if they're 9. The Jaidev doesn't exist. That's just on the other laptop. What's going on, brother?
Nothing. I was just
The punch.
trying to think of a.
The-
Yeah,
there's
the
no
segment.
punch. We're gonna next week.
All right, what was your
Set up. Yeah, exactly.
What have we
No,
teased?
no, no.
What did we tease? I don't even remember.
Come
what we
on, do
teased.
the setup. The punch is never important. The setup is always more fun. Come on, please.
So, if you want to celebrate Sparsh, I think what we can.
You're not doing the setup.
This is the setup.
Oh, this
the
is-
setup has changed now.
Alternate 2. Huh.
He's a king, and I think he deserves everything in the world if he's running
That's
it like
Harshavardhan,
this.
not Sparshavardhan.
That's not
See your
Sparsh.
history. Read properly.
Then for Sparsh and Harsh, I think what they need is a 24-carat gold steak that Salt Bay has been selling. It's for 1.3
Gold
crores.
steak to eat?
To eat. Costs
Gold.
1.3 crores.
Gold varak must be now on top of a steak. What else could it be? You can't eat actual gold. It's toxic.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
Because people are idiots.
Talk about holy cow.
I just wanna
Sorry.
quickly
The
say.
golden cow.
I just wanna quickly say Vishnuji ki Rasoi, it's a buffet system. 350 rupees. Unlimited. 350
The
rupees.
moment we drop a
Yeah,
sponsor
but then you
goes,
gotta
this
go to
would happen.
Nagpur to eat it.
Yeah. No. He's opening everywhere. Bro, you said
We are coming
Oh,
everywhere.
I thought you were in India, only in Nagpur, no?
No, Nagpur, Pune.
Pune.
Yeah,
Pune.
Nagpur and Pune, yes.
I was in Pune. It was lovely on the weekend.
Yeah?
It's a couple of degrees cooler and we did an open air, some event thingy. And it was wonderful. I didn't sweat in my suit. It was amazing.
That is quite nice.
That's just a rare feeling. I just wanted it to go on for hours.
But I guess this is a story about conspicuous consumption, the
Please
one
tell us.
that you are talking about. No, it's just, so what? I don't care.
The
I
steak?
don't understand why people care so much about this. People do stupid stuff all the time. I don't understand why somebody would buy a Lamborghini. I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean, like,
That's
honestly,
different.
if you're a
I
race
don't
car
understand
driver,
why
be a
you
race car
have the
driver.
biggest hamburger in the world and you actually think you can consume it. Because that's a little pointless.
It is.
Because after a few bites, when you're done. And what do you do with the rest of the hamburger? You can't really put it back in the fridge or anything.
It's true.
But they have all these stunts always. Lamborghini is different. I don't
No,
mind.
but I mean, like, any kind of super luxury item, right?
Yeah.
Why is a
One
Birkin
second,
bag weight
can I just say
worth
XC40 first?
$200,000?
XC40, Volvo XC40 first and the recharge. And then I'll go for the Lambo.
I agree. XC40 recharge is amazing.
Yeah.
Volvo is absolutely the fucking
Fabulous,
best company in the
fabulous.
world.
Yeah.
They were very nice to
I
us.
agree
Yeah.
with
If
that.
nothing else, they got to drive the car without being an Uber driver.
Can we get Lamborghini as our sponsor? Is that...
Haha, 2 words.
After what I just said.
You're great for the marketing team.
No, but I don't understand, like, luxury goods beyond a point, right? They just don't make sense. It's the same. But again, people want them. You can't.
One of the world's greatest philosophers, Andrew Tate, now Abu Tate, he said, it's true, he said that you need $20 million. And he started explained why. Because after the point, what do you do? What can you buy? A helicopter, an aeroplane? Tell me what. And you tell me, what can you buy? Because you already have all these things.
I think-
how many clothes? How many shoes? How many silver, bracelets? How many watches?
We've had this discussion before,
So
right?
there's a cutoff.
What's your
What's-
number? What's
I
the
don't
number
know.
at which you say fuck you to anything? What's your fucking
Exact-
number?
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know.
What's your fucking money
50
number?
million?
3,000 rupees. That's my... If I...
Okay.
That's because he needs the money to call daddy at home to send him money.
I just need my phone bill paid. That's
exactly.
all.
Dad,
That's
pay the
all.
phone bill and send me another 1 lakh for tomorrow. Yeah.
But I want to ask, what's the most luxurious thing both of you own? Or like a buy that you think that others
most
would deem
luxurious?
luxurious?
My wife. You can't own your wife, man. Oh, right. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
My glasses.
Oh, yeah?
It's the first. This,
No,
this
Amit, I'll tell you. Don't lie, Amit, because you have one thing you love is tech. So if you're
I
going
do.
to spend money, that's where
I
the
buy
money is
very
well
basic
spent.
tech. I have a Google Pixel. I buy good but basic. Google Pixel phone. I have a Microsoft Surface laptop. I have a very well built out desktop at home. I have an Amazon Basics
Can I
TV.
tell you what you have? You
Yeah.
have your own lab for
Okay.
podcasts. Okay, nobody
I
else
do.
has that. That's how much you spend on tech. What are you talking
I
about?
do, but
Yeah. All the people listening have a little laptop or a little iPad or something like that. And look at you. You've got 20,000 places here.
yeah, but
Correct, no, bro?
Yeah, but
back me up.
it's like
It's
it's
a
work.
business.
It's,
No,
that's
so
different.
He's right. He's not very materialistic. I'll give him that. But everybody has their little, thing.
Yeah.
So his is tech. On tech,
No, but
money will be
I,
spent.
the glasses I feel were extravagant. I could have gotten these glasses for
How much?
I could have gotten them for, I'm not going to say how much, but I could have gotten a pair done for about 25% of the cost of this.
Hey, come on, give me a
Give us a
ballpark
number.
figure. I spent 600 rupees on each of these. Well, I didn't really. They did, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50.
1,000?
Yeah.
I'm leaving the show.
Yeah.
How can you spend 50,000? What's there to see?
It is...
People aren't that good looking. You
it's
don't
not,
need to see.
so I got bifocals done. They're progressive. I'm old now, right? So I need to double.
Shreyas, he's walking out. He's Columbia, yeah. This is Ivy League guy. He can't
Wait,
disrespect
but what
him.
is it adding? What is it to?
He
No,
wants
I
to
got-
read.
I want to be
He
able to
wants
read. I want to be able to see stuff well. It is. They're
You mind,
bifocals.
Shreyas?
They're highly progressive, highly indexed lenses. So I mean, like the
Baba,
lenses are very expensive.
you don't worry.
You can get the same. You can get lenses which are much thicker. I have bad eyes. You can
Right.
get lenses which are much thicker for about 20,
It's also an
25%
age
of the
thing.
cost.
Please understand, it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Columbia, don't worry. It's
Okay,
coming soon.
all right.
Don't knock people with glasses.
Okay.
I used to make fun of everybody with glasses till I was 43 and got them myself.
Wow.
I was always thought people with glasses are a little backward.
I actually feel that.
Yeah.
I'm very
But
anti-glasses.
you've seen us, so you know that's true.
But are you wearing
What
the
about-
glasses you got in the show?
Yeah, 6 pairs.
It's clearly new. You still got the
Yeah,
sticker on
got
it.
a sticker on it, man.
You have 6 of them. You can take the
Hey,
sticker
Misha,
off.
Shweta, that's love, bro. That's love. ladies do this for me, bro. What do your ladies do? Hey, come watch Dolphin. Acha, tell me about your extravagance. You were asking him now. What about you?
I think the most extravagant buy I have made that I consider dumb is
Columbia degree.
If we are being real, yes.
I mean,
that's
I want a match.
probably it.
If I was like a middle class father, I'd be like, I want the match. Bro, I spent 120,000 and there's the tickets, there's about 200,000 US roughly. And what do I get in return? If you come to Jeff Goldberg's studio, there is a 50 people crowd. We may break, and we're getting free samosas, daddy.
That's the right answer. I don't
it's the
think
right-
I can
it's
say
the
my
right
thing
answer.
after your answer. I was going to say a fucking pen holder I got from Sadhguru.
Dad would have bought you 3 pen holders and just go to Xavier's.
So once upon a time, I bought an expensive pen. But again, I mean, like relatively, right? It
Yeah.
was a 3,000 rupee pen, which
Right.
I thought was a lot.
Right.
About 10 years ago, I bought a Waterman, like a Waterman fountain pen. I don't know why. It was something I was like, friends were doing at that time. A
Yeah.
bunch of them were buying pens, and so I bought
But
one.
tell me, what happened to Parker and Schaefer and all
They're
these when I was
still there,
growing
but
up? Are they still big names?
No, so Parker is pretty much now. So Parker was big for us when we were kids, but
Yeah.
now it's just a pen.
Rishi Parker is a Maharashtrian surname also. So, and it's a famous pen.
Schaefer is still good, but Waterman, Mont Blanc, these are huge still.
Oh,
They
Mont Blanc is Dilip Doshi is now. Dilip Doshi, the left arm spinner.
Really?
In the
He owns-
80s. Yeah.
He owns Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
The brand, the
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
brand.
He lives
What?
in England. Yeah.
It's not
I don't
just
know if he owns the entire
pens.
brand, but he's got his foot in it.
Is
Wow,
fact or
okay.
fiction?
No. Dilip Doshi existed.
Okay.
Still does.
No, I know Dilip Doshi
Yeah.
existed,
Yeah.
but
The fact that he
Questions.
owns this.
I'm ready. Give me more. Yeah.
Does he own?
Okay, I'll find out. I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure.
I'm
Thank
like,
God.
No. See, it's a live show. You do that later. Don't expose the guy all the time. Okay, who writes in these days? Says Samir. Hey, let's take the AMAs. We have a hard stop at 11. There's some very important guests coming.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
he sued them for fraud, dude.
He sued them for fraud.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take this case up next week when I come back from Israel because we need to research it. Colombia will help.
You solve Palestine when you go there, okay? You tell Israel it's not Israel, it's Palestine.
For 5 days, we don't
He
talk
was the
Arab Israel
Indian
politics.
distributor.
When I come back, we talk. Yeah.
Dude, like not a small. He sued them for like 200 crores, dude.
Yeah. And he used a Schaefer pen in the agreement. Just to make a point. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
Okay, let's. Yeah.
I'm very interested about this. I really want to.
No,
look into
we'll
this.
get to that,
Yeah.
but we can't do it today because we
Yes,
need
of
to
course.
study the whole thing.
Yes.
So, and I could try and find Dilip Doshi's number. We can even call him up.
I would love to.
Yeah, because his son actually drank with us once many years ago. English accent, also left arm spinner. You see Indian guys who grow up in England and then they just sound like the English, the Moin Alis of the world or whatever. But they look like us. So it's always a shock, right? Especially in our country. When everybody, hey, bartender, ek aur. Hey, mala paise. Can I have a brandy? It's just out of the blue.
Okay, let's go to the AMAs.
Follow us on Instagram at What Cyrus Says for the best bits from the show, memes, and much more. Okay, I'm just saying much more, but nothing dirty, I promise. Okay, well, I can't promise, but just follow and see for yourself, huh?
We have Samir asking, Shreyas, why does Nagpur violate Batata Vada with its tarri?
The hell is
You
tarri?
guys know any of these words? What they mean?
Wow! Shreyas waited till 47th minute.
This is where my Columbia education comes to
Yes.
play. What is tarri? You guys don't know that. I know that. So tarri is just
Is it the beginning of a Delhi gali, tarimaki?
No.
It's different.
It's actually, I think it's something that elevates poha Batata Vada to a new level completely.
Batata vada no, but poha can be elevated with anything.
Okay, okay.
And anything is better now. Yeah.
All right. You're
Chachi?
making some controversial statements.
Yes,
I'll just say it.
Rishi's
Yeah. यशनंतर घेऊन याला बाहेर फटाफट भरू याला थोडा अरे जास्ती बोलतोय तू बोलो दादांना कॉल कर तू फटाफट दादारून येतील ते सगळे
What is it? It looks like some sort of gravy.
Yeah, it's a gravy. It's a very spicy gravy that also has chickpeas in it.
He's worse than the Dilip Doshi story. He's gone to find visual confirmation. Tari. Huh. Okay, what's your
But
answer?
it elevates the thing. It's so
Are you,
spicy.
since you own let's face it, your background is the culinary background with the family and all that. Do you have any expertise in like making food and stuff?
Not really. I'm the black sheep the sheep that's going around in a circle, but just by
They
myself.
they send their black sheep to Colombia. Just for the record, it's very different.
What do you make at your house when you come home at 3 o'clock
Jokes.
in the morning?
No.
Hey, daddy, ekle bus. And 3 men in a bar.
I can make an omelette.
That's
so
it?
like the very
You
general
spent 4
basics.
5 years in America and you don't learn how to cook?
No, but I have many favorite restaurants.
So he took his help.
I think-
He's one of those Indians from the Garib Desh of India who took their help along with them.
No, but I think that's also a difference when he went compared to when I went, right? You had to learn how to cook. It
That's
didn't
what all my
matter.
friends learned how to cook.
It didn't matter that because there was no Uber
So
or
why-
Uber
Yeah,
Eats
yeah.
or
But how did
whatever,
he not
right?
learn how to cook?
Because when he
But
must have
then he
gone in the
needed
last
money,
5-7
Baba.
years.
Who's going to give him
no?
dollars for Uber Eats?
No, I was doing side jobs, this, that.
Yeah.
To
What
earn
kind of side
money.
jobs? Who'd hire you?
So I was working for a 95-year-old Dante professor, this
You're a
Italian
gigolo.
studies professor. Huh?
Are you a gigolo?
No, I was her transcriber. She was writing a book. I was transcribing her things, and she
Wow.
had
How did you
Alzheimer's.
get that?
So she would repeat the same
And she-
story 6 times in 1 hour,
And every time she
and
said,
it would get tighter every time.
and every time she said, "Did I pay you?" You say no.
No, exactly. That's how I afforded
Man,
that sandwich.
That's fabulous. But seriously, bro, you ate out all the time.
Quite a
What were the
lot.
desi friends
Yeah.
and all? Nobody was teaching you how to cook. The brethren.
No, I mean, so there was just too much good food around you.
You're a spoiled
You
fuck,
were also
no?
in New York.
He's a
You
completely
were
spoiled
also in
fuck.
New York, actually.
I was in New York.
Yeah.
But
No, so-
I made keema on my own. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I made a couple of things, but you're forced to at some point.
No, so I was in Delaware, right? So it's not like we had like all you got was like pizza and subs and
Something
shit
yeah.
like that. There was nothing else really, right? So I mean, the burgers, pizza, subs, tacos, that was
Right.
it. So you had to learn how to like do
Yeah.
like basic shit, like make.
We got McDonald's burger for $1 for 2 burgers, a special deal on a Saturday for some reason.
Oh, wow.
I got 24 home. By day 2, I couldn't bear it.
So
Of course.
I had a,
Such a bad idea.
So we had a Taco Bell deal going on in
Yeah.
our college where it was if you went after 10 p.m. to buy it, you could get 10 tacos for $2.99.
Oh.
10 soft tacos.
We have to think it through because you can't eat too much of anything.
Alright, dude, you put a fucking taco in the fridge, eat it over 4 days.
Yeah.
For me, it was like basically, this was meat.
This is
right?
what happens in
Yeah.
Nagpur restaurants also.
Hey. Fresh food only.
Yeah.
Okay, AMA, amid the inane
Hey,
injustice.
Shugata is asking you, can you cook water, bro? If you just want to reply to that. That's a bit of diss, I think.
Can I cook water?
Can I cook water? Can you cook water?
I have tried, I have burnt it, so I don't want to say. Also, I think
Nitya says he's just rich, Cyrus. So your boss, you're really exposing yourself on this show. Because a middle class comedian who's struggling when he goes on stage and all that, and then they come here and your life is, you didn't even bother. I don't know a single guy, and I've come from Balkeshwar, Malba Hill, where all well-heeled sort of people live. God forgive me, but they all learned how to cook. They all came back as better human beings in that sense. And look at Amit. Amit is from there. Amit doesn't look like your regular cook, but he learned how to cook food. How the hell did you not?
It's amazing there's just omelets, right? I mean, like not
Yeah.
even like how to
Like
sear a
omelette,
chicken
ma-
breast.
All the
or-
desi stories are about how they missed their food at some point and
Yeah.
learned at least 1 or 2 of their traditional dishes. You know?
So I'll be honest, I didn't cook much Indian food.
You're a racist.
I did. I learned how to make pav bhaji, and that was it. I didn't learn how to cook any other Indian food, but I'd make myself different kinds of sandwiches. I'd make myself again simple stuff, pasta.
Sandwiches, I don't know if that's the height of culinary
I'm
fantasism.
not pretending to be
Yeah,
like some major cook or anything like
Right.
that, but it's just like you need to learn how to put some. Like I could cook some stuff.
I think he, with his girlfriend, by mistake, you made ladyfinger, no? Too much.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. It's
I don't wanna ask
very
more
grim-
questions
very grim
because I don't
fandango,
wanna know.
Very grim fandango. Come on, let's take a few more. We have 9 minutes.
Amid the inane injustice of our times like VIP traffic jams and biker road nuisance, real issues are being sidelined. Issues like, did Shreyas pay back Antriksh 5,000 rupees? Yes, I did. Thank you, Bruce Wayne. You can ask Antriksh. It was paid.
Okay,
Really
now
paid.
this is like the finals of Wimbledon when you've got Djokovic playing Nadal or something, because these are the two richest people pretending to be poor that I know. Okay, it's a whole. I mean, look at Rishi's nodding his head off because he knows these guys are they're two fraudulent men who come in and talk about how hard their lives are and they couldn't wake up on time. Both notoriously don't wake up on time. Both have skipped last minute the shows for various reasons, including stomach upset. I mean, for a creative guy who studied creative writing, stomach upset. Give me more, bro.
That is the real reason.
That's not the real reason.
I had dengue. For like 5 days.
2 weeks later, you thought over it that your act progressed and then you had dengue or whatever it's
I had
called.
some tags.
Yeah.
The art to lying well is to lie simply. We should all know this.
You think?
Yeah, when you start getting, you can tell somebody is, so basically people
So you're
know
one of
this,
the
right?
guys-
The Ivy League education in this, right? He knows that the more complex the lie, the less likely
The
people
more
are to
detail
believe
means it sounds like a lie.
it. Yeah.
It has to be
Less
boring. It
detail.
has to be a boring lie.
Yeah, it has to be a boring lie.
So when I wrote to my teacher, not well.
That's good enough.
Yeah, you
That's
think
better.
so?
It's better than
Yeah.
saying that, oh, you know what, I feel like I have this boil which
He's
is going
diagnosed
like this,
with,
which is
exactly.
which is doing this.
And the best
which
part
is
is he'll be attending school tomorrow. I always asked my mom when she wrote the fake letter. I said, "How do you know I'm going to attend school tomorrow if I'm sick?" I just think that's the wrong attitude.
I
You shouldn't
agree.
say that.
Yeah.
How can you guarantee?
You can.
You can't really
Amit, why are you no longer doing the ad voiceover? Samir
because Amit doesn't want to pay himself.
No, I don't pay anybody for the
Yeah,
ad voiceovers.
yeah.
They're all internally done. They are part of this. But having said that, just I want other people to do them. I feel like
It's a learning school. It's a Columbia of sorts for
yeah.
podcasting.
No, I mean like it just makes sense, right? What's the sense of doing? Like I've been doing them for
Also,
years.
we get so much reaction now because the pro Amit, there's no anti Amit, pro Amit voice, anti Silvery voice, anti Abbas voice. Niv also has got a lot of good feedback.
What do you think a good voice, a good promo voice needs? What?
A good like a voiceover promo voice, clarity. You must be,
Clarity.
Yeah. I mean like diction and
Clarity.
clarity.
Yeah.
Clarity.
Lalit
Yeah.
Modi is
Clarity.
famous for doing a lot of these
Lalit
things.
Modi is my favorite
Voiceovers in
also.
England where a lot of the stuff is done by him and people say beautiful things.
So I'm not a believer in timber. I don't think timber matters. People talk a lot about timber, right? I mean, like, do you resonate? Do you do this?
I have
don't think-
timber. I have natural timber.
I don't
It
think that
doesn't
matters.
matter.
I think clarity and diction and basically your ability to enunciate each of your words. I think that's what matters the most.
Right.
Yeah. And a little bad language because today's generation, they don't respond otherwise.
Of course. Till you say fuck, I'm not going to listen to anything. You have to add 3 fucks in the sentence.
Also, if my name is Fakru, then it's a little irritating. But yeah. What are we doing?
AMA, do you feel having house outside of the city hustle and bustles? GK is asking. I don't.
I think.
Do you feel like having? He's
Do you
Mr.
feel
Word.
like having?
Well, Cyrus
like,
has.
oh,
No. But what he means is his advantage.
yeah. Like living on
Yeah, yeah.
outside.
You like it, yeah.
So now you've got in Nagpur. So, I mean, a big hacienda.
Nagpur is as much hustle and bustle as we have here.
No,
It feels very crowded. I've only been
I
twice,
know
but it
people-
feels very crowded.
no, but a lot of them live outside and they've got
That's-
huge places.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad a commute. It's
Yeah,
sort of
my
one-
friend lives in like the middle. So I mean, like
Yeah.
he lives in like this big building, but it's in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
You can't quite do that here. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
comfortable living, in Malad and then coming to Nariman Point and all that. It would be too much.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Up to Bandra maybe, but beyond that it will be death, no? To think about it.
Hard
By the way, you're moving.
thinking about
What?
it.
Yeah.
Where?
He's got a bungalow in Andheri. He's also got a fraud story. Managed to put it-
Guys, let's go. Let's go.
They-
Almost.
They're looking
We're
for
doing the.
They're looking for a caterer stroke comedian. Know anyone?
I think so. I have a friend.
Yeah. So I think if you can have it, I mean, outside the city is it's therapeutic.
It's interesting.
that option.
I think
Yeah.
it's great. I love going to, so I don't have one, but when I go to a friend's place who has something outside the city, I love it.
Yeah. Take us to Nagpur.
Come.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The flight coming back is at
Nagpur
12
is-
midnight or something.
Yeah, and
very
it's
late.
also surprisingly far from a flight perspective, right? I mean, like,
It's like 90 minutes.
is
90
it? I feel like
minutes.
it was longer than that. the last
75
time.
minutes.
No, I think
90? Okay.
yeah,
all right,
90
maybe
is
I'm
the
wrong.
standard.
Unless they take a diversion,
Yeah.
because traffic jam, red lights in the sky and that kind of thing, and VIP movement, what the hell, circle maro, ya ruko udhar,
I feel
Shinde Saab ja raha hai, Shinde Saab ja raha hai. Okay, theek hai, hold the plane. Plane will just wobble for 15 minutes while Shinde Saab goes forward with the guys on the bikes and all. Heaven's going to be the same thing. We get there, we're like, oh, great, cricket. Yeah, okay, let's watch the match. And then, no, stop. These jokers are there. Can you imagine? I mean, that would be, can that be heaven? That can't be heaven.
It's one of the most irritating things, man.
Yesterday, I won't get into it. Come on.
Yeah, let's not.
We are beaten. We're just
Okay,
beaten.
alright.
We're looking at
It's
two
a
beaten men.
defeated room, okay.
Stay in Nagpur.
Okay, I am there. I am embarrassed to read this comment. Shout out to Shreyas' uncle by Jaidev Kutti. I've learned some of the recipes using Shreyas' uncle Vishnu Manohar's YouTube channel.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, which I mean, you need to ask the question: why have I not learned? I don't.
Now,
I
is
can't
this
answer.
actual praise or is it nepotism? I'm conflicted. I don't know how to handle this.
My uncle is recognized a lot. Like
Yeah.
everyone from like in a hotel to like you are going in an auto wala is like I've seen your recipe.
Firstly,
He
you
has
claimed
penetration.
Shashank Manohar as your uncle. Of course. And now ex-head of the BCCI.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
also in the
I was trying to remember
ICC.
who that was.
Yeah, well, big name for many years.
yeah.
And now Vishnu Manohar, so
Vishnu Manohar is my
he a
uncle.
blood
Uncle, he lives in my
blood
house.
uncle?
Yeah. We
Because
have
you
grown
can't just
up
have the same
living.
surname. I mean, that's unfair.
Of course. No, we have grown up in the same house.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
Not
in-
me and Shashank.
No.
As in, it's a joint family. So
No,
12
but
people.
you and Vishnu uncle
Correct.
grew up together. So his uncle is same age as you.
No, I mean, I grew up with him. He has.
No, with him
remember-
means that it
We
just
don't have time.
insinuates-
I'm just going to this. Is
I
it
can
me?
understand the use of language here. Am I wrong? It's like him and his uncle grew up together. Oh, the uncle grew up really slowly. He's 15 years older, but
Svetlo Graska is asking, hello Amit, I admire your work and consider you an inspiration. I was wondering if IVM will be hiring a product manager for the app in the near future.
Ooh.
Svetlo, show your picture and we can make decisions. no, I'm kidding.
I honestly, I don't know. I look at this stuff generally.
That's a tough question to put him on the spot right in a live show.
No, because again, I
Could have been an email.
Yeah, should have
but-
given a warning for that one. Yeah.
To be honest, I'm wondering about how I'm thinking about distribution quite a bit, right? We're changing a lot of what we're doing. People will start hearing some changes in how the ads are deployed and how the promos are deployed and stuff like that probably in the next couple of days. And, given that, how you think about distribution, we're seeing so much traffic coming in from partners like Apple, Spotify, Ghana, Savan, all of these folks, right? Google Podcasts, that it really is a question how
We
much
should be on
we
Twitter.
spend
I
time
heard
on
that's the new thing.
this. That's a fun place.
Yeah. People
also, but,
quickly, we have 3 minutes. So people,
No, but even there, right? I mean, they're going to introduce for long form audio is one of the big things that they're
100%.
doing.
You think he's going to just sit on it? He's going to
Yeah.
have all kinds of things. But tell me one thing. Some pundits are predicting a $1 trillion experience because of him. Is that just because of his reputation? Or but on the other hand, everybody said, you sacked everybody. Looks like you're almost closing the company. What happened to free speech? So what's your prediction?
About Twitter?
Yes.
So basically, there are people, as you said, who think that the company is going to be done in like a month,
Like
and there are people who
culling.
think it's going to be the next, it's like taking it to a next degree. Truth is somewhere in the middle. They made mistakes in terms of Twitter is a badly run company. There's no question about that up until today. Elon Musk is fixing some of these things that are there.
But why would he get entrenched if he doesn't think he has a winner?
So part of it is also, again, there is truth to what the other folks are saying, right? The people who are his critics, that this is to some degree an exercise in ego, right? Elon Musk
For
is
sure.
not exactly he's not a software guy.
I want my own platform.
He's not a software guy though. Elon Musk is a hardware guy. Elon Musk is a engineer who makes things, doesn't make software.
So there's no place for him in IBM.
Well-
I can't hire this guy. I'm not even apply.
No,
Okay, last.
It's really interesting. I think you're going to see some.
No, we
really-
need,
Okay,
to,
last-
we need to have this conversation, a longer
with
version of
depth,
what's
yeah.
happening to Twitter. It's like a half-an-hour conversation.
Last question for
Yeah,
you is,
yeah.
can you explain your workout routine?
What does that even mean?
What's your workout
Like you sound like my
routine?
mother. Why do you have to work out? So mothers have two problems, right? The kid who doesn't work out and the one who's obsessive.
Right.
So there's just two things the mothers will say. Why do you have to work out so much? Why do you have to go today? Well, it's always that kind of thing. And then there's the other one like, Jadya, get up and go. Yeah. I can't answer this in 1 minute. My workout routine is all I have left now. My life is eroding quietly.
Explain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
answer
judge
this
by the
in 1
black
minute.
hair.
We'll end on this. Is
Yeah.
there any difference that you feel between the proprietor Amit and the CnB Amit? Shrey Chandra is asking.
No, Amit is Amit.
Amit
I
is
don't feel
Amit.
Amit is not one of those guys who puts on. Do you put on? You don't put on any avatars.
Not
There are
really.
some people who do. But
Yeah.
No. I think all three of us are off that grade. We're all more or less what you see is what you get.
Yeah, all of us are
Yeah.
awesome. I think all three of us are great. I agree.
That's perspective. That's context. That's also where you're looking from. The lighting in the room. There are all kinds of things. You can't just make up my mind on that. But now that we praise ourselves sufficiently, hello. They want to end with. It's an immortal. You have to understand the brochures and all these people. They live for hello. Many people are having a bad day, Amit Doshi, and today you will make that day better.
Okay. Goodbye.
No! You can't do that.
Why not?
You can't spin it. They want those. It's
All right.
it's like a mantra. It's
Okay. Hello.
wow.
There you
Was
go.
he being true to
Is
himself?
that-
I thought Abbas does Amit better.
He does. Abbas is amazing at imitating me. I'm not sure who it was. So about a week ago, I was leaving the office. And normally when I leave the office, especially when I leave a little early, if I have somewhere else to go outside, I'll just go into that big staff room and I'll say, okay, bye everybody, see you guys this. As I'm walking out, I can hear the mimicry.
It's like,
I'm not
this
sure
is
who
like the
did it.
reverse appraisal. This is appraisal with a reverse
I am not
appraisal.
sure who did it, but
We'll
I
find
Could
out.
it have been you?
We'll find
Without
out.
you knowing.
Let's eliminate the suspects. You and me do hello, so he knows it's not us. Hello.
No, it wasn't.
Not me.
It wasn't hello. It was basically exactly what I said. Right? I have a.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
so
Abbas.
I just said, all right, everybody, I'll see you guys
Abbas,
tomorrow.
Abbas.
Have a good weekend. or
Abbas
something
is like
that.
a really large parrot. You can just pick up anything. All right, guys, we have to go now. We have big guests coming in. Bye-bye. Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.